A lot of people still believe the 30% ruling automatically steps down over time. 30%, then 20, then 10. That widespread claim is outdated. That step down was written on paper briefly, but it was reversed before it ever applied to anyone. If you hear 30, 20, 10, that information is out of date. Quick primer. The 30% ruling is a Dutch tax facility for employees recruited from outside the Netherlands. Under it, an employer can pay up to 30% of gross salary as a tax-free allowance to cover relocation costs. Many sources still describe a 30-20-10 step down. 30% for the first 20 months, 20% for the next 20 months, and 10% for the final 20 months of a 5-year term. This is repeated in blog posts, guides, and even some HR departments. The 2023 tax plan did legislate that exact step down, set to begin on the 1st of January 2024. But in October 2024, an amendment to the 2025 tax plan reversed it before the first step down to 20% ever took effect. In short, nobody ended up on 20% or 10%. The current reality in 2026 is simple. The 30% ruling is flat. It applies for 2024, 2025, and 2026. There is no stepping down. If your payroll department is still calculating the old step down, that is underpayment worth raising directly with your employer. Starting the 1st of January 2027, the rate drops to a flat 27%, not stepped, but only for rulings that started on or after the 1st of January 2024. Anyone whose ruling started before 2024 keeps 30% for their full 5-year term, regardless of the 2027 change. Practical timing point: starting a ruling before the end of 2026 locks in 30% for the full 5 years. Starting it in 2027 locks in 27% instead. There's a second, less discussed change: partial non-resident status, which let ruling holders avoid Dutch tax on foreign savings and investments, Box 2 and Box 3, was abolished starting the 1st of January 2025. A key transitional detail: people who already held the ruling before December 2023 get one final transitional year, 2026, before the exemption ends on the 1st of January 2027. If you have assets abroad relying on this exemption, speak to a Dutch tax advisor before the year ends. Don't just watch this video. The salary threshold to qualify is €48,013 generally, or €36,497 for those under 30 with a qualifying master's degree. There is also a salary cap tied to the Dutch public sector pay ceiling, known as the Balkenende norm, set at €262,000 for 2026. Above that cap, the 30% allowance only applies up to the cap, not the full salary. Applicants must have lived more than 150 kilometers from the Dutch border for at least 16 of the 24 months before starting their Dutch job. The ruling still runs for a maximum of 5 years, reduced from 8 years back in 2019. Find out the exact start date of your ruling, because that determines which rules apply to you. If you're negotiating a move to the Netherlands, ask directly what start date the employer plans to file. Do not trust any source that still mentions the 20% or 10% step down, since that information has been outdated since before October 2024. Verify directly with the Belastingdienst or with your payroll before making financial decisions.